Hey there, Tamir from Fibonacci-Traders.com here. Thank you very much for joining another pre-market show live. If you're here, say hi. Don't be shy. Happy Thursday, everybody. How was your week so far? How is your trading week so far? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the chat. Who is with me? Who's with me? Say hi. Don't be shy. For now, we are seeing US 500, the futures 4 hours breaking below the 4446 towards the 4424 on the 15 minutes time frame. We can clearly see that this trend line got broken. Now 4450 on the 15 minutes is breaking down. Next, we can take Fibonacci from here. Next is 4435. Hi Amir, hi Leah, hi Iran. Thank you very much for joining, taking the time off your busy schedule and joining my live. I do appreciate it. Hit the like, subscribe, share with friends. Let's bring this channel to new high levels so more and more people will join our live. The more people we'll have, the more we will learn. Hi Mayor, thank you very much for joining. Happy afternoon. How was everything? Hi Ophir, thank you very much for joining. So let me know, how is your trading week? What was your biggest winner until now? What is the biggest loser until now for you? I can say for us in the premium room, also I published it also on Twitter, the biggest winner was Roku. We took Roku 2 days ago, and yesterday opening we sold everything out. Biggest loser for me this week is Apple. Apple went all the way. Now let's see Apple. I entered Apple around 180, 185, 186. Stop loss hit 183. Now I'm waiting for a bounce back up. Let's see. For now, it's going down. Another big gap to the downside. 176 needs to hold. Otherwise, we are heading towards 170. What else? Thanks for the feedback, Iran. Hi, Ofer. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Arbel. Nvidia yesterday was a good one. Yeah, it was a good one. Who else? Who else with us? Call your friends. Tell them we are live. Let's see. For now, we are going down. Towards where? Next support, 4424. If you are new here, this is, let me just move myself so you can see the whole screen. This is my screen. This is my main screen. It's always on in front of me as long during trading days. Hi Amir. Hi Itzik. We have here the US 500 futures 4 hours. We have here US 500 futures 15 minutes. We have here SPY 65. Yesterday, if you were in our pre-market preparation live, you know this red line, and we said that this red line will get retested as support and then a bounce. And here we are. We got some bounce, but today, pre-market, we are heading towards the 443 area. If this one will fail to hold, we are heading towards 441, which is also the 618 Fibonacci retracement. And we have also here SPY 15 minutes. This is our day trade on the SPY on the 15 minutes. So we look different time frames to get a better point of view of price action. We follow futures during hours, or also because futures have no gaps, so it's more easy to follow futures. Hi Liran, hi Yossi, hi everybody. Great to see you here. I appreciate you taking the time to hear me blab about technical analysis, because in the end of the day, it's only technical analysis. Anybody can be a good technical analysis technician. I don't know how to say it. I don't know what's the correct name. It's a big difference between being a good technical analyst and being a good, profitable, consistent trader. It's difference like water and oil. You can be the best technical analyst, but you can be also at the same time the worst trader in the world. Why? Because once we put on the money, it's our money in the end of the day. Once we put in our money, our brain starts to work differently. So work on your mental side, work on your psychology behind trading. Don't neglect it. It took me 2 years to find my set of rules. I'm not talking about the technical side, I'm talking about the psychology behind trading. It took me almost 2 years to find the psychology rules that works for me. What works for me on the mental side probably will not work for you. What works for you probably will not work for me, because we are different human beings. But in the end of the day, our emotions drive us. This is what drives us to wake up in the morning. This is what drives us to go to eat. This is what drives us to get married, have children, go to vacation, have fun, being sad. It's all about emotions. So when we are trading, our emotions, when we put on a trade and we don't know what will happen next, because no one knows what will happen next, our emotions kicks in, and we cannot delete our emotions. We are not machines, but we can learn how to control them. So let's do a quick recap on what we had yesterday. If you did not see yesterday's market recap, SPY went all the way towards the 443, which is also the 50% retracement from this uptrend. Now looks like it's going to the 441, the 618. Let's see. Overall, bulls once again went on vacation, went to sleep. Bears taking the chance to push market to the downside, pull it to the downside. Yesterday, QQQ 372 held. Now looks like 369, the 50% retracement. Below it, the 367, the 618 retracement. Dow Jones, another day, another bearish day. We have a gap to the upside, but for now, looks like Dow Jones is heading towards the 342 and retest this purple trend line once again. This purple trend line helps us to identify that the longer term, since March, Dow Jones is in an uptrend, higher lows. But since August, since beginning of August, we are with lower highs, which means price range on the Dow is getting tighter and tighter. We need to wait. Breaking below this purple trend line, we are heading towards the 339, and then 336, and then 332. IWM, we have this trend line. Yesterday, touched, almost touched. We can be more accurate, but trend lines gives us an area. It cannot be, and it will never be, an exact price, an exact point, but it's an area. Yesterday went all the way, retest it, and now let's see if this trend line will hold. Failing to do so, we are heading towards 182. Bitcoin and Ethereum, nothing much. As you can see, sideways move. All crypto land is in a sideways move. Overall, downtrend. KRE, same as the IWM. We have a purple trend line holding for now, but pre-market going towards the 42.90. We have a gap over here, the 42.50. Let's see if we can close this gap and then some kind of a bounce to the upside. But if we will get an upside reversal, we will touch this purple trend line that from support will become resistance. Oil, 3 consecutive days between the 85.70 and the 88. For now, we have an inside day. If you're not long yet on oil, wait for a break above 89. What else do we have here? SOXX basically moving sideways, 503 to the downside, 511 to the upside. Apple, yesterday, we already talked, now 176 needs to hold, otherwise we're heading towards the 170. Nvidia, moving sideways, 462 support, 502 resistance. Pre-market, breaking below this one, 451 needs to hold, otherwise this gap, earnings gap, will get filled. Tesla, 240 support, this purple trend line, resistance, 2 consecutive inside candles, which means indecision on Tesla. So if market cannot decide on Tesla, we surely cannot decide. Sell, buy, we don't know because market doesn't know. This is the importance of inside candles. Shopify, since this gap to the upside, 3 consecutive days moving sideways, but slowly sliding down. 63.30 needs to hold below it. A weekly close below this one, and 60 gap will get filled. Meta still struggling with the 300. We need a weekly close above the 300, and then we can say bulls are here. 305, 313, and 326 are next resistance. AMD 110, 111. This is why in the past 2 weeks I'm telling that if you want to go long on AMD, you need a weekly close above 111, or more on the safe side, weekly close above this red trend line. Microsoft, yes, day before yesterday, Tuesday, broke above the 331. Yesterday, doji, inside candle, now looks like going back below 328, needs to hold, otherwise 326, and then 320. Amazon, downtrend since beginning of August, lower highs, lower lows. Let's see if 132 needs to hold. If it will fail to hold, we are heading towards this purple trend line and filling the gap at the 129. Google, rising wedge, but it's rising until proven otherwise. 132 needs to hold, and then maybe a bounce back up towards this upper trend line. Below this area, a weekly close below the 132 and below this purple trend line, and the road towards 122 gap is widely open. Netflix, 438 needs to hold. It is the 50% retracement that was a very tough resistance, now needs to act as support. Below it, 428. Long continuation above 450 towards this gap at the 470. Let's go back to the futures, breaking down. And if you joined and if you saw in the past 2 weeks or so our live pre-market preparations, you know all these levels. And now this purple trend line needs to hold. We have another 1 hour and 15 minutes to close this 4-hour candle. If this 4-hour candle will close below this purple trend line, we are heading towards 44.24 and then 43.90. So, any questions today? Are you day trading? Are you swing trading? Let me know. What are the difficulties that you're having in your trading journey? This is why we do these lives, to help everyone become a better trader, technical and psychological side. Let me know. Question from Aslan. Tamir, there are stocks that you think should be seen for swing. Well, if you follow my YouTube channel, you know that each and every weekend, mostly Sundays, I have my top stocks to watch for the coming week, and I post, and I'm talking about stocks that are on my watch for the coming week. So watch it. Now we have SG. We are waiting for a break above this 1475, above this downtrend channel. We had Roku. We took Tuesday. Yesterday we sold everything, all the position once the market was open, because we know that more than 80% of all gaps will get filled. And not surprising, this gap got filled yesterday. STX, we are waiting for a weekly close above this white trend line. FCX, nothing much, so we can delete it. SE, we are waiting for a day or two closing above 128. PXD, closed above the 3 days already, holding above the 240, looking good for the next leg up. DPZ, Domino's Pizza, we are looking for a close below 376 and then towards this gap to the downside. ALB, if you guys can please keep it in English so more people from all around the world can benefit from these questions and learn. ALB, we waited for a break above the 202. Now let's look. Nothing much on long. HD also, we are waiting for a break above 335. FTNT looking good. Let's see continuation above 62 towards this gap over here. CBRE still waiting for a close, a close above 86. And SPS, we are waiting for 2-3 days closing above 466. So these were my top stocks to watch for this week. So if you want swing ideas, first check my YouTube each and every Sunday. My top stocks to watch. Hit the notification, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss it. No need any kind of screeners. No QQQ today. Why not QQQ today? Here, QQQ. Let's talk about QQQ. You have QQQ, 65 minutes. We have an uptrend, retracement, 37. This is the QQQ 65 minutes. Below now, as you can see, the pre-market is at the 50% retracement with a gap to the downside. Below it, 367. You don't need to trust me. You don't need to trust Fibonacci. You don't need to trust anyone on social media. Always do your own due diligence. Just by looking left, try and see why price is at where it is now. Look left, resistance, resistance, support over here, support over here. Below it, we have the 370. Below it, we have the 367. Below it, we have 364, 362, and then 358. Long continuation, in my opinion, only above 378 area. These are all the levels that we need to manage our risk. And the QQQ, 65 minutes. And the 15 minutes, same story. To make our life easier, we use Fibonacci. Swing low, swing high. We can take also Fibonacci from here. Now, broke above the 374, but look at the downside. It's going down, and Fibonacci, look at this. Where price is now? Why? Because we have the 369 Fibonacci level below it, 368. So this is how we use Fibonacci. This is how we know that Fibonacci works. It just, how do we use it? And do we really understand how price react to Fibonacci levels? Check the links in the description below for more educational videos. Fibonacci Academy playlist. Before you take any other paid service, check it out. 25 videos free. Use it on the technical side and the psychology behind trading. Futures continuation to the downside. Let's talk about Tamir. We are going into swing for long. Are you? Of course. Or you're looking one by one? No. As I said, this is my main screen. I always check this screen. It's always on during trading week, trading days. If the market is going down, so probably all the normal stocks from the S&P 500 and the Qs will follow the SPY to the downside. So no long for me if SPY and Qs are going down. I hope it answers your question. What else do we have? AI. My cat just wanted to go in and jump on my keyboard. AI. Nothing much. Long continuation, only above 33 for now. AI is going down. Where to? 26.74 needs to hold, otherwise 25. So if you're looking to go long on AI, sorry to disappoint you, no long. What do you think about the market today? What's the story with Nvidia? I didn't hear the story. I have no. I heard something, but what's Nvidia doing? 2.6 to the downside. I follow price. I don't care about the news. Now, what else? Is there any stock that you saw entry point? No. I tell you the truth. For long? No. Nothing. We went through all these stocks to have everything that I'm looking with perfect explanation what I'm looking for. So just to understand it better, check this live once again. Before the market opens, you have everything that you need to make your own decisions. Do you use stop loss using ATR but with trail, or do you use trail stop? I don't use trail stop. I do it manually by myself. I use ATR. As you can see, it's here. 1 second. Let's put it. Let's make it go away. As you can see, I'm using ATR on each and every time frame. For day trading, less. But for swing trading, of course, I use ATR together with these Fibonacci levels. And this is how I manage. This is how Fibonacci traders, we manage our stops. We don't rely on any other indicators because indicators follows price. For example, let's take EMA. Let's burst this bubble. Which EMA you want? 50? 50. Okay. Let's talk about Roku. Look at Roku. Does it follow the 50? Maybe here. Here. But what about Microsoft? Does it follow the 50? Let's take Apple. Does it follow the 50? If you went long here, you got stopped here. And you missed everything here. If you went long, if you went short here, you got stopped here and you missed everything here. Same here. You went long here, you went short below the 50, you got stopped, back down. You went short again, you got stopped, went down. You went long, got stopped. Okay, so it's not really reliable. And by default, all. Let's make it a little bit bigger so we can see it better. All indicators without any exceptions, whether it's EMA, Bollinger Bands, VWAP, RSI, MACD, stochastics, everything follows price by default because they cannot get their final value before price gets its own final value on every time frame, on every security, whether it's Apple on the daily, Microsoft on the 5 minutes, Bitcoin on the weekly, SPY on the 1 minute, all of them just follow price. Let's take the 200. Now, what do we do about the 200? Does it even price, even getting closer? Can you say, if you're going back and looking back, let's move all the Fibonacci's. Can you really say that the 200 or the price holding the 200 for support, resistance? Look here, price went down from 180 to 130, the 200 almost straight. From 128 all the way towards 175. Look at this downtrend, uptrend, magnificent moves to the downside, 30% to the downside, 30%, 36% to the upside, and the EMA barely moved. So how can you trust something when you see volatility, this kind of volatility on the price, and the EMA is not moving? Let's take, I don't know, 100. Same thing. Nothing. And let's say it works. The 100 works for Apple. Does it work on Tesla? Can you say that the 100 or the 200 or the 50, let's take the 50. Nothing. And we can only look left and see where price came from. So why do I need other indicators or other lines that just make a mess on the chart to let me know where price came? I know where price came from. I can look left. Tesla came from 300, went to 212, and now it's at the 244. My problem is not where price came from. My problem as a trader is where price is heading from here. So this is why we have Fibonacci. And this is why we have trend lines. Because Fibonacci is a calculator. Trend lines helps us to identify the trend according to the time frame that we are using it. And now I know that if price will break above the 261, Tesla is ready to go towards this gap. Breaking below this trend line to the downside, we are going to close the gap at the 217. That's it. So stop relying on any indicators if you want. It's not an advice, it's from my own experience. You want to become a really good trader, consistent trader, use your eyes and study candlestick analysis, in-depth price action. What else? XLE. XLE uptrend until proven otherwise. This gap needs to get filled before the next leg up. Any other questions? Any more questions? Let's see what the futures are doing. We have 1 hour till this candle is closing. We need a close above it, and then we might get some kind of a bounce. But according to the 15 minutes, we are in a steep downtrend. Let's see where this came from. Now needs to hold once again, and there you go. Let's see if we will have a bounce. Any other questions? Any other requests? Any feedbacks? Any comments? Anything at all? Did I miss any question? Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. It will be much appreciated. So, thank you very much for joining another pre-market live. It was a great pleasure to have this live with you. I hope you found this educational and helpful. 12 p.m. Eastern time, we are going market review, midday market review. So don't be late. Until then, trade safe.